Hey guys, it's Joel here, just checking in to continue the story of how we wrote the song Foreign Land. I don't know if you saw Cav's video the other day, but it was awesome, and he kind of landed at the part where a bunch of guitar parts happened and all that sort of stuff. So maybe I'll take you through some of that. So yeah, I think it was 2008, and we just finished touring the Black Fingernails Red Wine record, which was a real moment for us. It took us overseas, around the world a few times. It seemed to go on forever, but you know, by the time we'd finished kind of touring that record, we were pretty ready to get into the studio and make some new music. And when we did that in our band, we tended to try to kick back on what we'd done on the last record. So we didn't want to make anything that sounded like the Black Fingernails record, which was, you know, a challenge to reinvent each time, but to wipe the Etch-a-Sketch clean was kind of exciting at the same time and kept us on our toes and interested. So I think we'd written a couple of songs by this point for the next record. When one day Cav gave me a call, he sounded pretty pumped. He's like, Joel, you got to get over here now and check this out. I've got an idea. And so I did, got to his place, and I'm like, what's going on? And he played me something that sounded a bit like this. So as soon as I heard that loop at the start of the song, my mind was blown. I was like, what the hell, or who the hell is that? And unbeknownst to me, Cav had gone to his local CD store and bought a CD called Sounds of Turkey and managed to find this 4-bar loop, which he started the song with, and then put these chords in a progression like I was just playing then. And it was such a vibe. Like, it was so exciting. It felt like a real kickoff point to the next record. But like I've said in the last video, we were getting a bit tired of messing around with these cowboy chord shapes kind of thing. So I guess the gauntlet was thrown after hearing that to maybe come up with something that moved a bit more herbs and spices. And so I set to work and came up with this guitar motif. Which felt kind of exciting as well. And we thought, you know, we're off to the races here. We've got something good. So we ended up jamming that loop like a bazillion times, playing it, blasting it through the speakers, swapping instruments, jamming it. But we also found after a certain amount of time, no matter how good that felt, we knew we had to find our way out of that chord progression. Otherwise, we drive ourselves and the neighbors absolutely crazy. So then it was kind of about finding that progression that got us out of that. It's like a B section, if you will. And so I jumped on the piano. If you're looking for a way out of progression, throw the guitar down, try a different instrument. It's probably, helpful to find something new. I don't have a piano here today, but sort of landed on this getting out of that progression via G, F, and D with an F sharp bass. It does this kind of chromatic thing. So yeah, again, we're back to that kind of cowboy chord thing, but because the section before sort of had that movement going on there. I thought maybe we could get that movement, you know, move the guitars to that kind of open chord thing, and then the piano maybe takes a bit more of the lead. And so we tried that, and I came up with this kind of arpeggio riff in A minor. So if the chords are still playing G, that kind of thing going around and around over this new progression, and that sounded a bit like this. There was, like I said, there was one thing missing, and we were kind of imagining this Led Zeppelin-ish guitar mania riff kind of thing that might soundtrack the action scene in a Die Hard movie or something like that. And we didn't have the thing yet, but I think the next day we got together, Stu came over and we worked on that, and he's going to tell you about that. See you guys.